Ozymandias Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of Almighty Allah, the most beneficent and the most merciful. Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. This is Hamid Hussain, your English teacher from Punjab Group of Colleges. Students, in today's lecture, we are going to talk about one of an important poem. This poem has been composed by one of the famous and influential poet of Romantic era, P.B. Shelley. The complete name is Percy Bysshe Shelley, who is commonly known as P.B. Shelley. P.B. Shelley was born in 1792 and he was died in 1822 at the young age of 29. P.B. Shelley is regarded as one of the most important, influential and philosophical poet of his time. P.B. Shelley was inspired by famous political philosophers like Rousseau and William Godwin. He expressed the inspiration he got and he expressed his views, his political views, religious views and social views through his poems and other piece of writings. The famous classical poems of him include Ozymandias, Ode to the West Wind, To Skylark, The Cloud, The Mask of Anarchy, and Music When Soft Voices Die. Ozymandias is one of his great contribution to English poetry. Now let's discuss the importance of the title Ozymandias and its background. Ozymandias is the throne name of the Egyptian pharaoh Ramesses II in Greek. Ozy means air, Mandias means ruler, means the king of the air, the ruler of air. So this poem is in term of form a sonnet which contains 14 lines and it has been divided into two stanzas. The first one contains 8 lines which is an octave and the second stanza is a sestet having 6 lines. The most important themes of P.B. Shelley's poetry are search of freedom, ecstasy of happiness, rebellion, resistance, and social and political emancipation and freedom. And these themes are quite clear. They are revealed through his poems. Let's read the text and its explanation. I met a traveler from an antique land who said 2 vast and trunkless legs of stone stand in the desert. This poem, rather the first stanza and its first line is going to be started with the pronoun I. Means the speaker of this poem is the poet himself. The persona speaker is the poet himself. He is narrating about a meeting of him with a traveler. I met a traveler from an antique land. In the first line, he talks about his meeting with a traveler who has come from an antique land. Antique means old or ancient. As the title is Ozymandias, and Ozymandias is the Greek name for the Egyptian pharaoh Ramesses II. So, as far as the particular meaning here refers to the land that is Egypt, but in poetry the things are generalized. So, the word traveler and antique land both have symbolical significance here. I met a traveler from an antique land means here he discusses he talks, he relates, he narrates his meeting with the traveler who had come from an ancient land. And what does he tell the poet? Who said, two vast and tongueless legs of stone stand in the desert. Who here refers to the traveler who has come from the ancient land, that is Egypt. Who said, two vast and trunkless legs of stone stand in the desert. अब जो ट्रैवलर एंटीक एंशिएंट लैंड से आया है वो पोइट को उस जो है स्टैचू के बारे में, उस मुजस्समे के बारे में वो बताता है. टू वास्ट एंड ट्रंकलेस लेग्स ऑफ स्टोन स्टैंड इन द डेजर्ट, कि उसने रेत में, सहरा में दो ट्रंकलेस बॉडी लेग्स, टांगें, लेग्स उसने देखी हैं. नियर देम ऑन द सैंड हाफ संक a shattered visage lies, and according to him, near those trunkless legs, he saw half sunk means half buried, shattered visage. Visage means face. Half sunk means half buried, means near those two trunkless legs, he also saw a shattered, broken face, whose frown and wrinkled lip and sneer of cold command tell that its sculptor well those passions read. And the face he saw over there was having what? An expression of anger on it. यानी चेहरे के ऊपर एक गम और गुस्से का, आप कह सकते हैं, पैशंस को उस स्कल्प्टर ने, उस मुजस्समा साज ने वहां पे वाजी तौर पे कंधा करने की कोशिश की गई थी. मीन्स whose frown, whose anger was clear, was visible on the half sunk, half buried visage. And wrinkled lip. Wrinkle means you can say broken or torn, are creased, whose and wrinkled lip and sneer of cold command tell that its sculptor well those passions read. और उस चेहरे के ऊपर, हाफ बरीड विजज के ऊपर, जो गम गुस्से का जो इजहार था, या जो पैशन उस मुजस्समा साज ने वहां पे कंधा करने की, ड्रॉ करने की कोशिश की थी, उससे जाहिर हो रहा था कि स्कल्प्टर ने, मुजस्समा साज ने, मुजस्समा बनाने वाले ने, उस मुसव्विर ने उस ओज़िमैंडियस के दिल के जज्बात का सही उसने ऑब्जर्वेशन की थी. Whose tell that its sculptor well those passions read, यानी उस तस्वीर के या उस मुजस्समे के बनाने वाले ने उस बादशाह के पैशंस का सही मुशाहिदा किया था. Here he praises the art of the sculptor, यानी उस मुजस्समा साज ने जिस आर्ट का मुजाहरा किया है उसका वो यहाँ पे उसकी तारीफ कर रहा है. Which yet survive, और वो जो पैशंस उसने उस लाइफलेस मुजस्समे के ऊपर, उस स्टैचू के ऊपर जो पैशंस उसने ड्रॉ करने की, कंधा करने की जो कोशिश की थी, वो अब भी क्या है? विच सर्वाइव येट, वो अब भी वो जिंदा है, वो जज्बात अब भी दिख रहे हैं, वो नजर आ रहे हैं. बट द पर्सन हु वॉज हैविंग दीज पैशंस आर लाइफलेस नाउ. ही इज डाइड, ही इज डिस्ट्रक्टेड. Stand on these lifeless things, and those passions they are still alive, and they can be seen on those lifeless things, means on the pieces of, on those two legs and on the visage as well. The hand that mocked them and the heart that fed. And here the hand here refers to the artist and its literature. It can refer to, means even the hand of the king as well. He himself used to make fun of the passions of his subjects, his people, And just like the same, here the hand of the sculptor also made fun of his patience, his anger, his vanity. And the heart that fed. The heart here refers to Ozymandias. He was having these passions, these anger, these sneer, cold command on his public. So these passions have been well read by the sculptor. So these are the first 8 lines in this first stanza, and the stanza having 8 lines is called octaves. The first 8 lines means the octave contains the description of the statue. So let's move to the second stanza, that is a sestet having 6 lines, and here let's see what is the message. Here in first stanza we came to know about the description of the statue which was laying there in the desert, and this description has been told by the traveler to the poet. Basically the poet is describing the condition, the situation of the statue in the voice of the traveler. So let's move to the second stanza. And on the pedestal these words appear. Pedestal means the stand or the lower part of anything where the pictures or the statues are erected. Pedestal कहते हैं निचले हिस्से को, base को कहते हैं. And on the pedestal these words appear. और उस मुजस्समे के निचले हिस्से के ऊपर यानी स्टैंड के ऊपर, पेडिस्टल के ऊपर ये अल्फाज जो है ये इंस्क्राइब थे, ये वहाँ पे जाहिर हो रहे थे, अपीयर हो रहे थे, लिखे हुए थे. And what were these words? My name is Ozymandias, King of Kings. यानी उस मुजस्समे के निचले हिस्से के ऊपर कुछ अल्फाज कंदा थे कि My name is Ozymandias, कि मेरा नाम Ozymandias है. यकीनन वहाँ पे स्टैचू के ऊपर जो अल्फाज कंदा होंगे वो ग्रीक लैंग्वेज में ही होंगे. इट हैज़ बीन ट्रांसलेटेड बाय द पोइट. तो वहाँ पर जो अल्फाज कंदा थे वो ये थे कि माई नेम इज़ Ozymandias, किंग ऑफ किंग्स, कि मेरा नाम Ozymandias है और मैं बादशाहों का बादशाह हूँ. लुक ऑन माई वर्क्स, लुक, एंड ही वॉज through the words he was addressing to his public and to the other kings. और लिखा हुआ था कि look on my works, कि मेरे काम देखो. Here works symbolize his actions and his kingdom as well, कि मेरे काम देखो, मेरी सल्तनत देखो, मेरे कारनामे देखो. Ye mighty, ye means you mighty, and despair means he was telling the other people, the subjects, the kings of his time, and he was boasting on his own achievement, his success, his endeavors and his power. Look on my works, कि मेरे काम देखो. Ye mighty, you powerful people, and despair, और मायूस हो जाओ. यानी वो बताना ये चाह रहा था कि even after his life too, his power, his pride will remain and will govern the people just like in his life he used to govern them. Look on my works, ye mighty, and despair means he was through the words he tried to converse, he tried to convey to the people, he is the mightiest of all, he is the king of all the kings, and he is the only mighty, and rest of the mighty kings are not mighty, because according to him his works are great, they are enormous, they are huge. And he asked the rest of the people, either those are his subjects or other kings, to get despair, that they may not get to his stature, his power, his authority. Nothing beside remains. And the rest of the words inscribed there were, nothing beside remains. Round the decay. अब लिखा हुआ क्या था कि माई नेम इज Ozymandias, किंग ऑफ द किंग्स, लुक ऑन माई वर्क्स ye mighty and despair. These are the words, these were the words inscribed there, written there. But what was the situation around? कहा क्या जा रहा है और उसके साथ हालात सामने क्या पेश आ रहे थे, और वहाँ पे आमने सामने जो हालात दिख रहे थे, लिखा हुआ कुछ था लेकिन जो हालात वहाँ पे नजर आ रहे थे, that was nothing beside remains, कुछ भी बाकी नहीं रहता. He was asking the people to look at his works, his might, his power, but nothing was there, nothing beside remains, कुछ भी बाकी नहीं रहता. And this is the fact. कुल्लु मन अलैहा फान, हर चीज को फना है. सबात अगर है तो वो सिर्फ चेंजेस को है, और दुनिया में किसी शे को सबात नहीं है. नथिंग बिसाइड रिमेन्स. राउंड द डिके मीन्स अराउंड दैट रेक्ट, यू कैन से स्टैचू ऑफ द क्लोजल रेक, यानी उस क्लोजल कहते हैं ह्यूज को, एनॉर्मस को. रेक मीन्स डिस्ट्रक्शन, मीन्स दैट स्टैचू वॉज कंप्लीटली ruined, destroyed. और उसके इर्द गिर्द क्या हालात थे कि नथिंग वॉज देयर. राउंड द डिके ऑफ द क्लोजल रेक बाउंडलेस एंड बेयर मीन्स राउंड द डिके ऑफ द क्लोजल रेक. अब तो चूंकि वो मुजस्समा जिसके ऊपर बहुत ही तकब्बुराना और गुरूर से भरे हुए अल्फाज लिखे हुए थे कि उस ओज़िमैंडियस के काम की तरफ देखो, उसकी सल्तनत की तरफ देखो, उसकी ताकत की तरफ देखो और मायूस हो जाओ, लेकिन हालत उस जो है मुजस्समे की क्या बनी हुई थी कि नथिंग वॉज देयर अराउंड. राउंड द डिके ऑफ द क्लोजल रेक बाउंडलेस एंड बेयर द लॉन एंड लेवल सैंड स्ट्रेच फॉर अवे. अब उस मुजस्समे के इर्द गिर्द कुछ भी नहीं था अदर देन द लॉन मीन्स आइसोलेटेड एंड लेवल मीन्स प्लेन, हमवार, यानी उस लक्को दक सहरा के अंदर सिर्फ सहरा और रेत के अलावा कुछ भी नहीं है. जबकि पहले उसकी लाइफ में, बादशाह की ज़िंदगी में यकीनन उसके इर्द गिर्द जो है उसके रियाया थे, उसके फॉलोअर्स थे, उसके मानने वाले थे, उसके ताबेदार लोग थे. तभी तो उसने गरूर से भरे हुए अल्फाज अपने मुजस्समे पे भी वो कंधा करवाए थे. लेकिन अब हालत ये है कि नथिंग beside remains and near the closal wreck, and that was and there was boundless and bare lawn and level sand stretch far away. और उस मुजस्समे के इर्द गिर्द सिवाय लक दक फैला हुआ सहरा के अलावा और कुछ नहीं है. and that is the bitter fact of human life. So these are the last 6 lines in which the message has been conveyed by the poet that nothing beside remains. कोई भी चीज़ बाकी नहीं रहती, हर चीज़ को फना है. Nothing is immortal in this world, यानी इस दुनिया में कोई चीज़ जो है वो हमेशा बाकी रहने वाली नहीं है. तो यहाँ पे वैसे तो लिटरेचर इज़ ऑल अबाउट इंटरप्रिटेशंस. यहाँ पे बज़ाहिर तो explicitly he is talking about the words written there and the situation of the very statue, लेकिन यहाँ पे it refers to his being atheist as well. He was you can say an accepted ardent atheist as well, or being an atheist he came under the supervision of the home department as well, and he lived a life of exile as well, and certain works of him, piece of writings, were banned just because of his expression of atheism. तो यहाँ पे वो कह रहा है कि किसी चीज़ को भी जो है बका नहीं है, हर चीज़ जो है फानी होने वाली है. So at the end of this poem we came to know, rather we feel that he is talking about pride, vanity, cruelty, false supremacy, and all these dominance, supremacy came to an end, and these are the things to come to end, and only love, affection, and kindness, sympathy lie forever. Rest of the things are to be ended. So that's the end of the reading and explanation of this piece of poem. In our next lecture, inshallah, we will be discussing the questions given in the exercise. So that's all. Take care. Allah Hafiz.